went to see a show one time, and there was a guy playing called Graham Bond, and he was known as the Mighty Shadow. He was an extraordinary guy, and he had a Hammond organ. In his band, he had Jack Bruce and Ginger Baker. They were roaring, and the sound of this Hammond organ captured me. I went, what is that? With the Leslie spin. This is what it was. This is a Hammond organ right here. You can't see the spinning speaker because it's back there being mic'd up, and you'll hear it later on. So I sold the Fender bass and bought this little portable organ and started playing organ. Well, there weren't many organs around in those days. There was the Vox Continental, which was a beast, and I joined this little band in a place called Beckenham in Kent. And there was a local band called the Conrads, and the guy who was the guitar player asked me if I wanted to join the band. I knew who Davy Jones was, but he wasn't called David Bowie. He was playing saxophone in this band. But I didn't want to join them because they weren't a blues band. I'm sorry, I'm not playing that stuff. And by that time, he was getting into mime and all sorts of things, and the rest is history, of course. But people say to me, you turned down working with David Bowie? I said, not really. I turned down playing with the crappy band he was with at the time. I didn't want to play with them. But that was the start. So I joined Denny Mitchell and the Soundsations, who were a pop band, but they were professional and they had gigs and it paid money. So I went off with them on tour of these places called top-ranked ballrooms, which were all over the country. It was okay. I was out there being a professional musician. That was 1963. I saw this ad in the paper one day and it said, keyboard player wanted, R&B band. And I went, ooh. So I phoned them up, and it was a group called the Bow Street Runners. And they were an R&B band. And the drummer was Mick Fleetwood, or as he was known then, Mike Fleetwood.